Tonight, two wrongfully imprisoned men are asking for millions from the Baltimore City Police Department in a new lawsuit. The case has ties to the corruption scandal involving an elite gun task force. WJZ investigator Mike Halgren spoke to the plaintiffs.
But I knew it was much more needed to be done.
Brent Matthews and Umar Burley filed a new lawsuit against Baltimore City, the state, and officers, including the disgraced former head of the Gun Trace Task Force, Sergeant Wayne Jenkins, and the estate of the late Detective Sean Suiter. They're asking for millions of dollars in damages after police planted heroin on them in 2010, wrongfully sending Matthews and Burley to prison.
It'll never give me back my life. I know I'll never be able to put this behind me. It will always haunt me. So I guess I'll be living in this shell for the rest of my life.
The lawsuit claims police knew about corrupt activity on the force and did little to stop it. Burley and Matthews still don't believe there's been accountability.
For anyone who I came across now, because the things that they were doing, unbelievable.
Then the persons that did this are the people who are opposed to protect and serve.
Burley and Matthews say they were illegally stopped by plainclothes officers in April 2010. They fled, fearing they were being robbed, and crashed into the car of an elderly man, Albert Davis, killing him. Their attorney, Steve Silverman, explains why the estate of Sean Suiter, who was involved in the 2010 incident and who died in the line of duty last year, is part of his lawsuit.
Detective Suiter was one of 4 officers that stopped Mr. Burley and Mr. Matthews without any reasonable, articulable suspicion. I can't change the fact of what we definitively know is Detective Suiter's role.
Suiter was never charged criminally. He died the day before he was supposed to testify in front of a grand jury about what happened to Burley and Matthews. At the federal courthouse, Mike Halgren, WJZ.
As part of that scandal today, a federal judge sentenced Thomas Finnegan to 8.5 years in prison. Finnegan, along with the detective Jamel Ram and Ram's cousin, robbed 2 South Baltimore business owners. They stole $20,000 from the victims at gunpoint.